Let's also then get you a technical perspective on what's likely to happen with the markets today. Prakash Gaba of PrakashGaba.com joins in on the show. Mr. Gaba, morning. Yesterday, of course, it was a pretty steady day for the markets. For the Sensex and the Nifty, we closed with gains of close to 0.33%. So we had Nifty closing at 52.26 and the Sensex at 17,150. But amongst the individual movers, some of the Nifty names that stood out, it was the Tata Motors, where we saw a fresh high for that counter. And in fact, it was the top gainer on the Nifty on the back of very strong global sales for the company. We had JLR sales, which came in at a record high, and they were up close to 56% year-on-year basis. But are the charts of a Tata Motors also reflecting similar strength?
Yes, strength can be witnessed on Tata Motors. Structurally, Tata Motors is looking good to me, has given a beautiful breakout in the levels of around 290, and a fresh buy signal has been generated here, which gives an indication that there is much more upside in the days to come in Tata Motors. A fresh trade can be initiated even now with a stop below 290.95 or 290 zones, and we could see in the days to come perhaps level of 330 or so. So structurally, I think Tata Motors should give some money on the long side.
Mr. Gaba, tech had another tough day, shutting shop with losses of about 0.5%. Where do you see the sell-off stemming?
Technology, there is pressure. Let's look at Infosys, the main leader. It's fallen yesterday even by 1.4%. Structurally, no sign of strength as yet. So there could be some more downside in the days to come. In fact, I have a feeling that Infosys can slide down to levels of 2,200, where some kind of support could emerge. So Infosys looks down, maybe closer to supports of 2,200 support. TCS again is looking weak. No sign of strength even yesterday. It's a gap down open. So looks like it should see some more slide in the days to come. There perhaps we could see levels, some kind of 1,000 levels coming in, where some kind of psychological support emerging in TCS. Tech Mahindra is also not looking weak, but I would say that it's looking tired in the upper regions of between 700 and 730. If 700 goes in Tech Mahindra, then we could perhaps see slide to 660. But so far I must say that 700 seems to be a strong support zone, make or break levels on Tech Mahindra. Wipro, weak. Though we have seen a flat close yesterday, but gives a feeling that still there is some downside, maybe closer to 400 supports could emerge. The only stock that looks okay is perhaps SCL Tech. SCL Tech has a strong support zones of around 450 zones, so can climb to around 500, but that's a low range, I would say, among the IT pack.
Okay, so the large cap IT names don't look that good, but what about a Bata that's hit a fresh all-time high yesterday? Would you initiate a buy at the current market price of 845 odd?
Yes, Bata is trading at new high, all-time high. We call it normally a blue sky territory. Whenever a stock makes a new high, it can continue making new high, and we need not put a ceiling on top of it. So structurally, Bata is still looking good to me. A fresh trade can be initiated Bata even at this stage with a stop below 820 for a possible logical technical targets of around 1,000, closer to 1,000. Some kind of profit booking would come in. But so far, Bata looks strong and the money could be made on the long side.
Okay, so bullish call coming in for Bata. But Mr. Gaba, what sector would you bet on for today?
For the day, I would like to bank on banks. Structurally, banks are looking okay to me, and we could see some upside in the days to come. Axis Bank looks okay. 1175 seems to be a strong support zones. On the upside, we could see levels around 1225 to 1230 zones. 1225 could be a reasonable level to look at in Axis Bank. I also like Punjab National Bank. He's given a good support around these levels of around 900 zones. In the days to come, perhaps we could see Punjab National Bank climbing to levels for around 950. So for the day, I think I'd like to bank on banks.